Hey guys, hope you're well. Hope you are staying positive through these testing times. It's been quite a ride over the last week or so, and from tomorrow, I know South Africa is going into full lockdown, which no one really knows what it means, but it'll be challenging for a lot of people. But I thought I would give some advice and tips on what you should be doing, and just 3 things you can implement in your business right now to help you. Hello, Uli from Germany. Hope you well there, my friend. And lockdown, I know in Germany it's quite tricky as well. I've spoken to some of my other friends there. But you know, there's a few changes coming, and I think for most businesses, once the fear dissipates, they're going to start realizing that it's business as usual. Maybe not as usual, but we have to continue doing business, and we have to continue communicating with people. And maybe it's not the physical contact that we are used to, but you know, things have been changing over the past couple of years, and this is probably not the worst time to start adapting to how you communicate with people, how you run your business. I've heard from a lot of clients over the past week that I spoke to. Many of them want to switch off advertising campaigns. How's it, Lauren? Hope you're well. Lauren from Paul there. The fact is, this is not the time to get desperate. This is not the time where you start switching off advertising campaigns and stop talking to people and just go into hibernation. It's the time where we adapt and we change to how we used to do things. And you know, these platforms like Facebook Live and Hangouts and webinars have been available for many years. It's just in our country, in South Africa, it's been a scary thing, and a lot of people have been trying to stay away from it, just because they don't really understand how it works. But I think, how's it, Arthur from Franschhoek? Hello Arthur, I see you there. I think for a lot of people, now is the time to adapt. We have everything available to keep communicating, for sales organizations to keep selling, for marketers to keep marketing, for CEOs and MDs and management to continue communicating, although your staff might be at home. Remote work has been something that has been implemented in many organizations from around the world. And maybe it's new in South Africa, but I think this is the time for us to explore it. So I thought I would continue helping my clients and all the people out there in South Africa in adapting to what we should be doing and how we can overcome this and not buy into the fear factor. So we're at home, most of us are going to be safe, we're still going to have food, we're still going to communicate with people over these platforms, and it's going to have to be business as usual, because you can't just stop business. You know, the problem is in any sales, marketing, and that's 99% of businesses out there, you still need to communicate with your clients. You still need to keep existing clients happy. There's customer relations. There's new deals happening, and maybe we've stopped for a week or two, or a couple of days, but the reality is going to kick in over the next couple of weeks, where people are going to realize that they can't just stop. They can't just tools down. You know, the economy has to keep going, and we have to keep going. So I thought on a regular basis I would share a couple of ideas with you guys that you can implement in your business right now to re-look at strategies. When you look at those that are already on online platforms and social media and marketing, you can't stop that now. You know, the fact is that most people that weren't on platforms like Facebook and LinkedIn and Twitter and YouTube are now on those platforms because they're sitting at home. So this is how they communicate. They communicate via WhatsApp, Facebook. Everyone is looking at coronavirus and the news from around the world. So the fact is that most of your clients are going to be on the social media platform. So this is how you communicate with people. The other thing you need to maybe relook at is if you are a consultant or a coach that charges a retainer fee or 10,000 Rand for a certain package that you offer to people, now might be the time to restructure the payments towards those people to say, hang on a second, instead of giving me a lump sum of 10,000, maybe I'll spread your payments over 3 months to help you out. Hello, Liesel. The fact is we need to accommodate people, but we still have to continue doing business. We can't stop. How's it, Clinton? Hope you're well, keeping up the training on that side. The bottom line is, guys, we need to find different ways to engage, and I understand that it's quite new in South Africa, but when you look at how you charge people, maybe there's a way you can restructure. Instead of doing an upfront payment plan for people where they pay you to do a certain implementation or structure in their business, maybe you spread it over 3 months or 5 months just to accommodate people. Maybe you should not go and give things away free. You know, the economy still needs to continue. We still need to live. We still need to maintain business, maybe not as normal, but now would be the time for us to adapt to what has been happening around the world. The other thing that I think is, the other thing that I think is quite important is that you don't buy into the fear factor. The problem with that is, you know, what we focus on is what we attract in our lives. How's it, Bernard? I hope you're still enjoying those Chamonix wines on that side, even though you're in quarantine. The fact is, we can't stop what we're doing, and we have to find positive ways to maintain business and the economy in South Africa. You can't stop doing it. And understand there's a couple of industries that are going to take serious knocks over this period. But maybe this is the time to innovate. What I tell my clients is, you have a choice. You either buy into the fear factor or you find positive ways of doing things. And I've always known that, you know, what we focus on is what we attract in our lives. So start focusing on the positive things. There's a lot of positive things happening around the world, and run your business in a positive way instead of buying into fear factor. Because if you buy into the fear factor thing, there's a lot of things on social media about corona and all these people that potentially might die. How's it, Jasper? Hope you're doing well. The bottom line is, yeah, this is a serious thing going around the world, but the problem with the fear factor is we stop doing business and we stop doing things and we start just focusing on the negative in what's happening around the world. And from my perspective, we have a choice what we focus on, and I think we can do a lot of things, a lot of great changes in South Africa and worldwide during these times. The last thing I think you need to focus on is how you can change your business. You know, we've been doing things specifically over here in South Africa on a personal contact basis. I was taught back in the day, you know, you can't do sales or marketing or engagement with clients unless you look them in the eye and you sit in front of them and you shake their hands and you look at their body language and, you know, the traditional way of engaging people. Well, that has stopped. So what are we going to do? We can't just sit at home and brag, although it's a very good idea to do. But the fact is we need to continue with business. We need to find innovative ways to engage new clients, to service existing clients, because you can't stop servicing your existing clients, to maintain, if you're a trainer, for instance, and you used to, or a public speaker, and you used to have a hall full of people, you can't do that anymore. It's impossible. So find different ways. Maybe you find webinar-based training that you can actually engage with a lot more people in the comfort of their homes. So this is the time to focus on how can you adapt your business to what is happening right now, that even after our quarantines, and maybe it's 3 weeks, maybe it's 3 months, maybe it's 6 months, we don't know how long it's going to be. So we definitely can't stop doing business right now. But what we can do is find innovative ways to engage our clients, innovative ways to still continue doing business, and potentially set up your business in such a way that you are stronger after Corona, and that you have a better structure and a more productive structure, that you know how to engage people over these platforms, over webinars, over videos, and that you can service a lot more people. So now is not the time to go into panic. Now is the time to look at the things from a positive perspective and to find different ways of doing business, because everything is available to us. We don't actually have to drive to clients. The scary thing is, initially, this kind of thing, going on video, going on webinars, talking to people over social media, maybe influencing 1,000 people instead of 10 people or 1 million people, is scary initially. But unless you do it and you just jump in the deep end and learn how to swim, you're going to be in serious trouble over the next couple of weeks and couple of months. So my advice is, now is not the time to tools down. Now is the time to adapt to what is happening, to find the positive, to hang on to the positive and not buy into the negative, and to find different ways of engaging your clients and keeping your clients happy, and engaging new clients over these platforms. So guys, we're going to do this on a regular basis, and if you have any questions, just pop me a line at the bottom. I'd happily answer all those questions. But for now, I think the message today is, it has to be business as normal. We have to change the way we do it. We have to stay focused. We have to stay positive. We can't buy into the fear factor. And you have to look at new ways of creating business. And I think it's quite exciting from our perspective, and hopefully you feel the same way. So we'll try and do this 2 or 3 times a week. If you have any questions, like I said just now, just pop them at the bottom, pop us an email. We're here to help. We've been doing this for many, many years, and it was scary initially when we did it, but you get used to it. Like anything, like riding a bike, the more you do it, the better you get at it. So go and find ways that you can start influencing your clients, and that you can continue servicing your clients during this period of time. Guys, good chatting, and I'll see you soon. Cheers. Bye.